Welcome to the video podcast. My name is Florence Straka. On this video podcast, it's all about life experiences, blogging as a business, inspiration, and mindset. In today's episode, I am going to share with you or continue with where I left off, telling you about how I was able to pay for my final exam, my junior high final exam, and how I was able to pay for it. So as I said earlier in some of the episode, well, it was my final exam to be taken to finish my junior high, the 3 years junior high that I was going. And so throughout all the commotion and everything, I started this little business. I mentioned I sell charcoal. We carry it a sack. They make it. People in the village make it. Sometimes we make our own charcoal as well and sell. But if we don't have many of them to sell, I started this business where we ask the people who make them to sell it for them. So they will give it to us on some type of amount. So assuming if it is going to be, they will give it to us probably maybe $50, and then we will go and sell it for $60 or $65 or $70 when we are lucky. And that's how the profit, whatever is on that $50 is ours. So if you take it and you do not sell it, you sell it to less than $50, you have to pay the full $50 because that was the agreed upon amount you got the product for to sell. So that's what I was doing. I don't know how they call it. I think they call it either, what is it called? There is a name like arbitrage, more or less buy and sell, like selling on Amazon or something like that. I think that's what I would say it is, as they do it here. So this is a business that I've been doing with some of my peers. We all live in the village. So we will take this charcoal, very heavy, carry it on our head, very heavy, walk 1.5 miles to 2 miles from the village. We just walk. We have a path. We walk on a path which is a little bit shorter than going through the actual wider path, or I would say a road where cars pass on. So we take this shortcut through the bushes, footpath, 1.5 miles, 2 miles to go to the town, and we sell them. And sometimes we have customers where these people in the town also sell this charcoal, because charcoal is most way we cook. We use it to cook. We put it in a coal pot and use it to cook, apart from firewood. So there are people who sells firewood. There are people who sells charcoal. Sometimes we sell firewood as well, because the firewood is free. If you can go to the bushes and gather them, you can just go and sell them, and that is a full 100% profit for you. So sometimes we sell the firewood and then we sell the charcoal, but mostly it's the charcoal that we sell, because the charcoal you make a little bit more on it, especially that is you are not the person going to the farm or the bushes to make the charcoal. They make it, bring it to the town, the village for us, already put in a sack. All we have to do is just carry it on our head with our energy and then go and sell. So that makes it a little easier than us ourselves going to look for the firewood in the bushes, carry it from the bushes to home, and then from home carry it the 1.5 miles to 2 miles to town to sell. Even though you have the full total profit, it's a little bit more work than the charcoal. So we all do mostly the charcoal. And this is what I've been doing for a while. We get up early in the morning, like 4 in the morning. We gather all the people that we knew will be going, because we knew a day before how many people wants to go to the town for selling. So we just go knock on each other's door. Whoever woke up early, you go and knock on the other person's door. Are you ready? By then, the charcoal is already ready. You have the cloth that we use to make the head, like a little wreath. You make it around. I will show you, like this, my scarf. We just roll it like this. Once you roll it like this, just for you to have a visualization of this, and then like this, then like this, then we're going to put this on our head. So once you have this on your head, that's where we are going to put the charcoal, which is a heavy load, on our head. So this is how it goes. So this gives us a cushion on our head. So as you put the heavy load, it's going to, press it down on the head. And this way, by walking 1.5 miles, it's heavy. So sometimes if the charcoal is that heavy, we just rest. We rest on the way, maybe halfway, we all rest. And then maybe for 10 minutes to get our neck situated a little bit, to have our head a little bit cool down, then we start all over again. So I just want to share this so you can see what I meant. Like we carry, you make a head and put this on your head, and then we put the product, carry the thing on our head. This gives us as a cushion in between the charcoal and our head, and give us some type of cushion you need for comfort. Because by the time you get there, oh, your head, my head is all messed up now. Anyway, so by the time you get there, your neck is like this. Oh my goodness, like that. By the time you get there. So when they help you, because you don't want to just, when you get to where whoever customer you are giving this to, they help you put it down, because sometimes if you throw it out, you don't want to break the charcoal too much. So you get help, and then by the time you are helped and the load is on the ground, your neck is all like this. Oh my goodness. Now you're going to sit down for 5 minutes to stretch your neck and all that, and then you get paid, and then we just come back home, get ready to go to school. So we've been doing that. At first, when I started doing this, I wasn't saving. We were just misusing the money because we have extra money. We don't give it to anybody. So my mom says, oh, Naomi, don't do that. Let me save it for you. Let me save it for you. And so I thought that was the best idea she could have given me. And so now when we go and sell the charcoal, the profits we make, we don't just go and sit on the roadside and eat rice with wache. We call it wache, or rice and beans. We all just sat down and then just eat and eat. I mean, it's just crazy. But that's what we're doing, kids. We have no idea that, making business, you have to save. We didn't have such an idea, such mind. We're just making money and then eating. And then we're just saving to buy new clothes for our Christmas or Easter. So that's what was going on. And then mom says, oh no, let me save it for you. So I listened. That was the best thing I did. She saved the money for me. And so as time goes on, I was compiling some money, quite a bit. And it so happened almost to pay for my final exam for my junior high, she got sick. Mom got sick for, I think, 2 months before I registered. She got sick, very sick. She cannot walk her back. And so she was hospitalized. She was in the hospital for 2 months. And so how do I pay for my final exam? And so I asked her, I said, how? And she showed me where she hid the money that I've been making. She showed me where she hid it for me. And I went and took that money and went and paid for my final exam. I wouldn't be able to pay for my final exam. I wouldn't have completed junior high to be able to go to my senior high. Because if you miss yearly exam, if you miss that, then you have to wait till next year. And I don't want to go to school for another year, because every year you pay, every term you pay school fees. So we can't afford that. So I was so grateful for her that she was able, and I listened and was able to save that money, and she showed me what it was, and I was able to pay for my final exam. So that was something else that I've learned. I said, oh my goodness, this is it. So doing business is not just making business, making profit and just exhaust it, or just use it to buy anything you want. You gotta think. And I was glad that she showed me that at an early age, in my young age, to know how business is, to know how to save. And so I was grateful. And so that helps me a lot throughout my whole life. Saving, not wasting money on unnecessary things. I was glad that she showed me that. So as I said, Mom, after I registered, Oh my goodness. Because the hospital is also in the city where we go to sell the charcoal, 1.5 to 2 miles is how long it is. And so with that, from school, I have to take my brother to go and see my mom. And with that, we have to move to the town where we were living before we even moved to the village, because one of my aunts still lives at the town. And so we went and stayed with her. That way, I will be able to go and visit my mom with all the things that she needs. She can't get up to take a shower. She can't do things. So I have to do those things. There's nobody there. It was only me. So it was I, and my brother is very young, probably 4 years old. So I still have to carry him at my back, carry hot water in the morning. My aunt will get up early and boil this hot water for us. I have to carry the water on my head in a pan, in a bucket, and take it to the hospital. The hospital, I would say maybe just half a mile walk. Because where we live, when you walk a little bit to the roadside, you can see far away where the hospital is. So it's not that far off, but a half a mile is what we just walk and then go to the hospital. So I have to carry the water, carry my brother at my back, and then carry food. So I'll hold the food in the basket. Oh my world. So every day for 3 months, 3.5 months, I was doing that. Now I'm almost 3 miles because living in the town. My junior school high is all the way in the quarters, the village. So I have to walk 3 miles to go to school for 3 months. Can you just imagine that? Because my stepfather, he's a guy, he doesn't know what to do for his son, so I have to take care of this boy and stay with my aunt. And it's much easier to go to the hospital because my aunt is the one who is cooking food. By the time I come back from school, probably 2, 3, because junior high, we stayed over because of exam to do some exercising, preparing for the exam. So by the time I get home, it's 3. The hospital opens at 4:30 for visiting. And so by 4:30, I get home 3, rest a little bit. By then, my aunt finished all the food, all the things that I have to take. And then, because my mom wants to see my brother, I have to carry my brother that evening to go and see my mom for 3 months. In the morning, it will just be me, the water, and then her food. And then in the evening, it will be me, the water, the food, and then my brother at my back. Carry it at my back. Yes. If you see all these videos that they showed about Africa, or you see some people carrying children at their back, carrying water, firewood, yes, that is life, still life for us. So that was back and forth for 3 months. Finally, my mom was able to get up and walk around her bed gradually. The hospital said they cannot keep her for too long because she has to be doing this exercise at home. And so after 3.5 months, we move back. We are still in the town because we can't go to the village. We can't go to the village because there's nobody there who can help us. But my aunt is here. They'll be helping me. So that makes life a little easier, even though I have to walk now 3 miles and something to school. It's much better. So we stayed at the town for almost like 6 months. Mom was exercising. We used the wall to exercise on, chairs. Gradually, she started walking gradually. And then we finally moved back to the village again because we could have just stayed back. We could have just stayed back at the town, but we went back. And I knew it was all the beatings, all the maltreatment that has caused her back to give up. She couldn't walk. I didn't even know she would be able to walk. I don't even know what to do at that time as a child. 13 years old. Where do I go? Your mom paralyzed. She cannot walk. How do I survive? How do I even take care of her? I was so happy, glad that after 6-7 months, she was able to walk again and we went back to the village. It wasn't long before everything, all hell broke loose again, and we started all that again. And oh my goodness. So that has been another experience, life experience that I can never forget, that has stayed with me. And I'm sharing this with you. And I know my mom, wherever she is now, that she now can realize the damage that I have gone through, that has lived with me all this life. So I hope this can be some kind of inspiration to you. Now I want to make these videos this video podcast a little bit shorter. I don't want them to be too long, so you can absorb things, all the things that I'm trying to portray here in this podcast video. If you are watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and also wherever you listen to your podcast. I hope your day goes well, everything you do today. I hope all your visions, all your dreams, all your heartfelt come true. And never give up, because life is an experience. Every day that we go through, things we have gone through, things we experience, they are all life experiences that make us who we are, that build us up, that makes us strong, that give us strength to never give up on our dreams, because it is possible. Everything we set our mind to is possible. But first, you need to take the initiatives. You need to start something. So I hope this life experience gives you some inspiration to keep going. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.